Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, and welcome back everybody to the continuation of our solo character challenge run with the Berserker. It's more like a crawl, really, but such is the nature of the beast. We have the dancing dagger equipped and we are about to walk out because we just did defeat the Kyria plant after a really long battle. To be fair, I don't think that battle was nearly as long as the white mages, but it was certainly quite lengthy. And hey Metal Bear, welcome. How are you doing? I'm actually mildly surprised these guys can even hurt fairies here, because I think they have... I think I saw numbers where it was just 0 damage because the bone mail actually has so much defense, it's just cancelled out the damage. I wonder whether I should equip like the Angel Ring just for the additional defense instead. Because if these things hit us with the move that puts us into critical HP, at least they would not deal damage themselves. Only Fairies would kill herself by giving them some HP, so to speak. Bam! You're doing well. Nice. Glad to hear that. I'm doing quite fine, thank you. Let's go with the Angel Ring. That is 5 edition. I never realized how much defense an Angel Ring is, honestly. Oh, that's why we didn't have the gold helmet equipped. Let's keep the elf cape for now and see what the numbers are going to be as a result. And welcome to you, Don Luza. I hope you have a nice Saturday as well. Dear. I think that is the drain ability again from the dancing dagger. So 1 in 8 chance. And here we have a sword dance, which is technically what we want to see, but it's also a little bit overkill. Just a little bit. Alrighty. Ah, this one. So Ferris, if you could one-shot the red guy and then the other guy, that would be perfect. To be fair, that's a good start. As long as it don't hit the golem, we might be able to get a different encounter than this one. Hit that guy twice with a physical, that's solid, but not quite enough to finish it off, I don't think. No kill like overkill. Wow. Alright, if you could sword dance on the zombie dragon, Golem might survive. If you hit Golem, he will probably die. Sword dance! Nice! Let's see whether we actually get Golem or Ferris decides to... Oh, he might still survive. Golem, do a thing. Alright. I'm glad the dancing dagger proc there, and... Hey, we rescued Golem. Inadvertently so, if you will, but you know how Golem. Let me just use it real quick. That way I have one less item in my inventory. Yeah, Ferris could have easily just finished off Golem with a regular attack there. There were only like 3 possible outcomes. 3 out of 8, so to speak, that would not have killed Golem right there. And it worked out. So the nice thing about the birdies is that they have so little HP that even a Berserker's terrain attack will kill them, despite it being super weak. Sword dance. A one-shot to the back row on a pretty high HP enemy. Oh dear. Hey, Worthless Protoplasm, welcome. I'm doing quite fine, thank you. How are you doing? I wonder how much HP drain there would be with 255 magic attack power. I can calculate that. Let's see. Gonna go into my copy of the calculator just so I don't mess up the things I've done for the Berserker. Let's see, 255 spell power. We're going to go ahead and equip magic. And then I need to have the attack power of Drain. What is Drain's attack power? I guess that means... No, it shouldn't matter. The Drain of the Dancing Dagger always hits. It doesn't care about chance to hit. Regular Drain ability does care about chance to hit. And hey Q, welcome. And thank you. You got the golems. Alright, let's see. Drain. Maybe Jitterbug is separate, because it is listed as separate. Jitterbug... Oh, Jitterbug only has an attack power of 45. I figured it would be a bit more than that. How much power is there in Drain, for that matter? Drain has 45, so never mind, it is the same deal. 45 attack power. So at level 99, we watch Drain. Oh dear. I wonder whether that could be a successful strategy. Underflowing the Dancing Dagger. We would need to unequip the Genji shield. And ironically, Butts would be better for that. Oh. Rump. Hey Zapper, welcome. How are you doing? Please don't rump frogs. Frogs are friends, not food. Okay. I need to test something real quick. I think he just tried to use Bone. That's the attack that puts you into critical HP. But since he himself is heavy, he cannot be put into critical HP by an attack like that. Instead of using Thornlet? No, you still want to use the Thornlet for underflowing the magic power. You mean instead of the Gaia Hammer, right? Yeah, Dancing Dagger actually could be interesting, because according to my calculation, if the enemy has basically no magic defense, it's 4,500 damage. And healing. That actually could be a thing. It would require a good chunk of luck still, but maybe... Let me go to my tests thing here. Do we have a Dancing Dagger is the question. How much attack power does the Dancing Dagger have? It has 1 magic power, right? Yeah, it works with Bone Mail, yes, but... we cannot use an Aegis shield. Good morning, Zuckerblue. Welcome. How are you doing? Alright, let me check something real quick. What is the name of the dancing dagger? That thing. Okay, this is the dancing dagger. I have it equipped now on my test thing. Let me switch over real quick so we can do some tests. Because I'm just really curious about that. Is there a better place? It's not really a good place to do this. I just want to test this real quick, honestly. I guess we can do this while the Berserker is fighting stuff. So give me just a moment. May have to... Yeah, that's not quite right. Alright, I need a moment here in order to arrange this. We're just in a battle with some minions. That's the Bizhawk. I do not need... That's the thing for later. My Firefox. Need that thing. I do need the capture. It's gonna be a little bit makeshift to make this work. Please bear with me. Alright, at least this way you can still see the Berserker doing stuff. Alright, so now I need to disable background input, otherwise it's gonna be awkward. So on the main screen you see now an emulator. This is where I do a bunch of testing and such. Do not accept background input. Also this here is on speed up in case you're curious. And let's continue walking for a little bit. We're just walking outside with the Berserker, slowly but surely. There's not really a whole lot else to say about this. Yes. Basically, I also have a script running in the background that is testing Neo-XF attempts. Alright, now I have the Dancing Dagger equipped here and the Aegis Shield. The catch is, let me make a save state here on, let's say, 5. The catch is, I think this is actually not underflowing the magic power. That is a sword dance right there, from the back row by the way. Let's see, Ferris, can you do drain attack real quick please? That's Tempting Tango, that's another sword dance. Another Tempting Tango. Tempting Tango. Ferris, please. I need to see whether we have automatic underflow right now. I don't think we do. Because the Dancing Dagger adds +1 more magic power. Which means we cannot use the Aegis Shield, I don't think. Ferris, come on. I need to see the thing. Wow, so many sword dances, but not a single other thing there. I need a drain. The 1 in 8 chance every time Ferris attacks to get the drain attack instead. I wonder whether also haste boots would be better here, just so Ferris gets in more attacks to try and heal more frequently. Ferris, come on! What is this luck? I just want to see how much... Even magic absorb is fine. I don't care. I just want to see how much she absorbs. So many tempting tangos so far, holy moly. And this Doom, we're gonna die before we're gonna see the number. I want to see whether it's really low or really high. It's one or the other. Come on, Ferris. Don't be like that, please. Oh my goodness. Wow, not a single one. Not a single one. There's a sword dance. Another tempting tango. Another sword dance. Another tempting tango. Alright, this is not gonna work this way. I feel like we are in an air loop here. Let me equip the Hermes sandals real quick. If I find them. Does anybody know which ones are the Hermes sandals? No, I do not. The sword dance chance would replace tempting tango specifically though, which would be nice, but only dancers and freelancers can equip these things, unless you give a character equip ribbon, which means they could equip dancer equipment. Alright, does anybody know which ones are the Hermes sandals? Or Hermes boots? I think I've asked that before, but I don't remember which one it would be. They don't give any stats, so it would be like this one. That's super heavy. That's probably not it. That's probably the Genji gloves. More like this one, I would guess. I think those are these ones. Let's see. No, that's the reflect ring. There it is. Alright, what was it? Did somebody catch that? That was super low, wasn't it? 32. Yeah. Okay. Good. That's what I wanted to know. So, what we need to do is we need to unequip the Aegis shield, unfortunately. We have to equip the Genji shield. Which is actually going to be a pretty significant detriment to this entire thing. Because if we had Buds instead, he could still equip the Aegis shield. Alright, save on 5 again. Let's see how this is going to run. I just want to see the number on the drain. Tempting tango. Sword dance. Ah, that's not good. Alright. Oh, I needed to save before walking out. This is not good. Galuf is now going to get experience. Oh no. Oh no! I really did not want to walk any steps whatsoever before going out. Oh no! Now I have to walk all the way outside again. Eru... me... Hermes? I see. Thank you, Binary Nova. I appreciate that. Did I count that as a death? I did count other resets as a death, so I'm gonna count this as a death. So let me update the death counter real quick. Please let me know if we have seen a drain attacks on this week. Alright, I'm back here. You're gonna save column again, aren't you? Maybe, who knows. And there is a reset. Paris, please. It's a 1 in 8. What are the odds? 1 in 8. Come on. This is silly. And we're dead. Wow. At least I think it's a 1 in 8. Alright, let's see. Hermes sandals. This one. Yes, Genji Shield has 50% physical block, which is nice. And that's the one shield that, or the one steal that we can decently reliably get. It's gonna be a bit of a stretch. Or probably a few attempts, but... What are the odds that Ferris never uses terrain, ever? You know, normally sword dance is what you want to see. Wait, that's not rain. That's not Hermes sandals. What am I equipped with? What am I equipped with? That's the elf cape. That's probably the elf cape, isn't it? That's probably the Hermes sandals. I did the wrong thing. Would you like to? No, I think it's right. It's just starting very similar. There. That's what we're looking for. That's so weird. It seems like it's always the same beginning. Ah, there it is. 966. Oh. That's not nearly as strong as I would hope it would be. Oh, that was such a good idea. But I think the magic defense of the first form is just too strong, honestly. I'm using Holy There doesn't help. Yeah, we heal for 1,000, but way too infrequently, there to say. Also strong holy. Yeah, we have the bone meal equipped. The holy is always going to be that strong. Barry, stop resetting the things, please. Ah, it was a good idea. It's just that the enemies here do not have 0 magic defense. Alright, back to previous stuff. Back to the main game. Alright. So yeah, as I said, the damage should be 4,590, but let's see. X-Def. Himself. Neo X-Def. Yes, 49,001 HP. Excuse me. So he has... how much magic defense? 25 magic defense. Thank you. Oh. So I think my magic defense thing doesn't quite work. Probably. Yeah, okay, my magic attack power thing probably doesn't quite work. Because it does not display the correct numbers, so... Alright, was a good idea. Unfortunately, it appears that this is not quite the solution. Don't forget the dummy targets for net. Yeah, these don't help either. I was thinking, if we actually heal for basically 4,000 HP every time Jitterbug Duet comes up, we might be able to sustain through those phases. But realistically, that might not happen. It actually could still possibly work, I guess. But unlikely. If it was 4,000 would have been good, yes, exactly, but it wasn't. I mean, I'm mildly glad it doesn't work, because otherwise Butts would have been the better choice. Technically Galaf would have been the best choice, but, well, you don't get Galaf for the final boss fight. Why buy a dog when you don't like him? I have no idea why you would do that. Hello, Leon, welcome. How are you doing? A significantly lower DP is going to make you very susceptible to rank loss. DPS? Yeah, that is definitely a very big concern. That is true. Also, we would want to use the bone meal glitch on both the bone mail and the hermit sandals for additional resistances, I would guess. Also, I need to go and equip the regular armor again, I just realized, because I still have the balloon hat equipped. Alrighty, gold helmet equipped, and elf cape is fine, bone mail is fine. I'm actually going to equip the Ori Halcon dagger again, just for more consistency. Plus, when you may have seen it so far, when you confuse the little trippy guys, those with the little hammers, they have a chance to cast reset, which literally resets the battle to the state of the beginning battle. And technically, it was possible that we would have gotten in an AI loop, or RNG loop, not an AI loop, where we would have continuously gotten the same results over and over and over again. Engine Shield makes you immune to Toad. Yeah, here's the thing, we can't just carry over these immunities by using a minor bug. Since we are already using the bone mail glitch, the underflow glitch, there's not really much of a reason not to just use the immunity bugs as well. So, yeah. But can Shield make you immune to Toad? Because that would be very helpful. Maybe I should set up the save states like that then. Let's buy some high potions real quick, just stocking up to the maximum. Not sure, could you look it up? Because I was also thinking, right now we are not immune to paralyzation or stop or sleep as a berserker. So I also should do the same thing with basically equipping all the equipment things that can provide some form of immunity to some status effects that we won't otherwise have. And that should increase the chances of success in overall settings. Alright. Frogs actually could be very bad if they turn us into a frog. It's very unlikely they do, because they have to actually hit us with this ability first, but it's possible. Mini and paralysis. Mini is arguably a good thing, because it doubles our evasion. Paralysis, we can get immunity to that through the hermit sandals. So basically, the way you can carry over resistances from other equipment is by equipping that in a battle, completing that battle, and then just unequipping it in the regular menu. That's it. So that is what I would want to do. How do you steal as a berserker? You can equip a thief's knife that you can steal, or well, grab from behind the counter in Mirage Village. Then you have a 50% chance to try and steal whenever you attack. Why not start the battle as Mini? There's two big reasons for that. One is just an annoyance rather than a real hurdle. How do you get Minute as a berserker? You have to find an enemy that is a rare encounter on the top of the castle in the void that has a chance to mini you, but is so low level that the chance is just exceedingly low for that to happen. So that's kind of one of the reasons. But the other reason is, for some reason, if your berserker is Minute, it doesn't proc the Earth Hammer. Or it doesn't seem to proc the Earth Hammer. At least I tested that at some point, and it just, specifically during the final boss fight, it never ever ended up proccing a Quake attack. It just didn't happen. Otherwise, that would be a fantastic way of basically getting full physical immunity. That is super weird, yeah. I may want to test that again, now that you mention it, honestly. Because it could just be some form of... You know how we just got tons of sword dances and tempting tangos in consecutive succession, as fair as just now? Maybe it's just some form of weirdness for that. So maybe I should just test it again. Either way, I literally had never a Quake proc. And Anno, thank you! Thank you for the good luck and thank you so much for 27 months with Twitch Prime. Welcome back, and I'm glad you enjoy your stay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. How are you doing, Anna? How's it going? Also, one thing I wanted to do is bring over a thing that I had in the previous section. Give me a second. I want to copy these and then paste. I don't know whether I have a proper thing here. Oh, there we go. Also, I probably should start the Streamlabs thing so it can actually account for things. Let's see, 215, and it's gonna update in just a second. At least that's a theory. Well, maybe it just stayed. That's okay too. But yeah, for some reason I had absolutely no earthquake procs when I tried that. Let me actually, you know, we might as well just try it again. Maybe it was just some weirdness. And I'm gonna of course do it the easy way. I'm just gonna use a white magic spell to turn the Berserker into a minute character rather than anything else. Because anything else would be silly. Alright, Dancing Dagger is out. We want to get the Earth Hammer again. Which, I think those are the Earth Hammers. Got the thing again with 33 defense. Or evasion I suppose. Or this. It's the Aegis Shield. Hermes Sandals? Sure, why not? More opportunities. And I need to briefly revive somebody in order to turn them into a white mage. How would I do this? What's the Phoenix Downs? This one? No. This one? No. This one? No. This one? No. One? No. This one? No. One? No. I guess you cannot see it right now. Right now there's mostly just cutscenes anyway, so I might as well go briefly back to this. So, does anybody know what the Phoenix Downs are? I know I have 99 on my Solar Berserker, but I don't know which ones these are. I tried a bunch of things so far. Ah, there it is. That was the Phoenix Downs. Okay. Well, now you're gonna be a white mage real quick. There's white mage. There you are. No abilities required. Just want to get your spells. White magic. So, which one is mini? Like around here. Ah, it even starts with me. I should have guessed that. Okay, activating the cutscene at Give Those Cave real quick, just so I continue with the Berserker here. Alright. Here's Minute. Now I will want to briefly go ahead and turn Lena into a freelancer with just weapons. Thank you very much, so you can one-shot yourself. Also going to make a quick save state. Oh, also I want to make the save state where Ferris has the Hermes Sandals equipped. She already has them equipped. And that's good. Mosquito's Cave, there it is. Thank you, Neomorals. Do I have the Genji Shield in Ferris? I will want to equip it, honestly. Oh, I will want to equip the Aegis Shield first, here. Realistically, there's no other helmet that we can acquire that gives any resistances, is there? I know there is the Genji helmet, but we cannot realistically get the Genji helmet, which is the problem. Also, by the way, what is the helmet here that we have right now? Oh, it's the Thornet. Yeah, alright. This should be fine. Just more cutscenes. Don't worry, for boss battles I will be switching back. Yeah, Genji Shield is going to be a requirement, pretty much. Alright, so... as you will soon see here, Ferris will be able to block pretty much everything. Right now we have the Aegis Shield, so she will eventually get hit physically as well. But the idea is that she will hopefully proc some Earthquakes so we can get out of here. She does have the Earth Hammer equipped, right? Right? There is. I know it worked in the regular encounters. No, Berserkers cannot run, unfortunately. Would be so much easier if they could. Oh, there's an Earthquake, as you can see. So Earthquake can proc. It is a possibility. And it should be just a 1 in 4. There's nothing to tell us that this is anything. Why can't you run away? Wait, what? What? Is that a weird function because the character is minute? That would be interesting to say the least. That's regular potions. I want high potions, please. Ah, let's just use an elixir. A fighting elixir. Yes, new hot glitch, I can't believe it. Well, we would need to get Minute first, which is rather difficult. And then we cannot even properly fight as Minute most of the time, until World 3. Alright. Let's get to see. Tell me when you see any Earthquakes. Oh wait, I forgot to equip the Genji Shield. Fine. Alrighty. I will want to equip the Genji Shield for 50%, well 100% physical evasion now. And the Reflect Ring, probably. I think that's the Reflect Ring. Is that the Reflect Ring? No, that's the Elf Cape. Is that the Reflect Ring? No, that's Genji Glow. I think that's the Reflect Ring here. Probably. Yeah, there's the Reflect Ring right there. Alright, let's see whether we get any Earthquake procs whatsoever. Bottom, thank you. Not that comment, and with that said, however. Maybe because you had to live in probably Q. That is most likely the reason as to why we were allowed to run away. Where am I? Okay. Alright, if you see any Earthquake procs, let me know. Because I do not believe they can happen. At least my test indicated they couldn't. I've never really looked into the code or anything like that, so it might have just been insanely bad luck. It's always possible. As I said, I will not go into combat with the Berserker here on the side. At least not boss battles. It did proc. It should be a 1 in 4 chance. Also, we just got hit by a physical attack. Either way, as you can see, the chance of proccing an Earthquake is seemingly weirdly low as a minute character, and I have no idea why. Absolutely no clue. We also got hit again. I did equip the Genji Shield, right? Maybe it's a glitch with regards to their increased evade chance. Maybe, I have no idea. It probably has something to do with that. Either way, as you can see, my tests were not wrong. The chance to proc Earthquake is weirdly low. The hit chance for things are halved, and proc chances are accidentally halved as well. That would be an interesting explanation, actually. Yeah, I can see that being a thing. Maybe not just hit chance is halved. But also proc chance, huh? Never thought of it that way. I'm just waiting here until the Berserker test on the right on the center actually for you guys has any success or semblance of success anyways. Because honestly, that was my first plan. Oh, there's another one. That was my very first plan that I originally created when I tried this Solar Berserker challenge. This is actually one of the big reasons as to why I originally decided that, I wonder whether I can do this better than the solo character reports I've read. Because I figured chances are actually probably kind of decent for me to be able to survive by having a minute character with a Genji shield. Which, by the way, it took me forever to get a character minute with emulator speed up and save state manipulation. So I'm not sure how efficient that's gonna be here. Another proc here. Let's see, we have XDEF. That was the third proc so far. Yeah, I can see the proc chance being halved as well because of minute. That is really unfortunate. But it does explain it. Oh, you know what, Zapor? That also explains why it takes so long for the crystals to get doomed when I used a mini character. It's not that it can't occur, it's just a lot less likely. Yeah, I like that theory, honestly. I don't know who we could ask in order to verify that, possibly. But we should actually be immune against almost anything XF could throw at us in phase 2. Being minute was my main idea. With a reflect ring and the Genji shield being minute. But the catch is of course that Grand Cross list are going to be a huge problem. Probably the guys who make Career Day can figure it out. That would actually be... That's a good idea. That's a good place to start. Do we have the Discord of those? Let me switch back to the main thing. Real quick on the main screen here. What I'm gonna do is, right now everybody is back alive, which means we want to make sure that they take their deserved naps again. We are going to equip the Elemental, which... Actually, we are going to equip the Angel Ring, just for the additional physical defense, because we have so much physical defense, we should not be able to get hit by regular physical attacks, which is going to be kind of curious. I really did not know the Ancient Ring is that much physical defense. Either way, I have to get into combat and make sure that my allies take their nap again before Ferris finishes off the enemy. I also equipped the Doom Axe because Ferris has a chance to proc Doom on the next boss, which means instead of having to deal 8,888 damage, she could just one-shot that boss without any troubles. Also, I hope you enjoy the music. Let's see, do we have the Discord of these guys? By the way, these guys have only about 1,000 HP. So that was kind of a triple overkill. Also, this is the only one of these goblins that we have to defeat. This is kind of an interesting fun fact, I suppose. So yeah, we can one-shot this guy. So, chat, tell me, do we try this with the dancing dagger? Because if we get a sword dance, we one-shot him too. But we could also use the Doom, which is the more common approach. What would you like to see, everybody? X. Risk it for the biscuit? I mean, neither is particularly risky, honestly. We have so much defense. Alright, Doom it is. Let's Doom him. Oh, he actually can deal physical damage. I figured we have so much physical defense that he couldn't even hit us. I was wrong. So the Elf Cape would have been the better choice. Because this guy also has an ability called Deathclaw, which puts us, well, paralyzes us and puts us in critical HP, which is obviously pretty bad. Wow, so many misses, Ferris. This music just calls for dancing. Ah, actually, I like that. Alright, in case we die, we're gonna try dancing back in. So, we do have a 15% chance to miss, but I do think this guy also does have a chance to evade, so his dodge chance is increased. Which, by the way, Sword Dance ignores evasion and chance to miss, etc. Well, we just dealt over 4,000 damage to this guy, so he calls his friend Enkidu, which I do believe both are actually susceptible to instant death. Enkidu has the weird habit of using Vampire on a character, which is actually pretty convenient for us, because he would heal us instead and also kill, well, drain his own life. Let's see, we haven't seen a single hit by the Deathclaw, which I'm pretty sure he had chanted it a few times, but we are so high level, and Deathclaw has a pretty low hit chance to begin with. I think it's 66%. Wow, alright. Goodbye, Enkidu. How did your run go yesterday? Quite well, actually, Kay. Good morning to you. How long have I been on? We basically just walked out of Hiri Mountain. I accidentally got into an encounter where Galuf got revived as a zombie, so I had to reset. And then I made sure to save as soon as I get out of the mountain. And then we just flew over here while also testing the dancing dagger on the final boss, which unfortunately didn't quite work out to the advantage. Or to our benefit, the way I hoped it would. I might test a bit more with the idea of still miniing Ferris despite the reduced chance to proc. We can actually empirically test that whether minied characters have a reduced chance to proc like that by equipping like a thief's knife and see how many times it procs. because if it's less than half, or about a quarter of the time, we have a pretty good indication for that. Okay, I actually think I want to keep the Doom Axe equipped for the next section. The Dancing Dagger wouldn't be bad either, though. I like the Doom Axe. Hold on, isn't that most totally gonna wreck you? Oh, yeah, he's not gonna use Comet, not Meteor, by the way. Because 3 are dead. But we only have like 3 attacks or so before he starts using Comet. And then we probably get like 2, maybe 3 more before we are dead. So we can most certainly kill Atmos's 20,000 HP within 5 turns if we get at least 1 sword dance. So it should not be that big of a problem. It will most certainly be a few deaths, honestly. You do refight Gilgamesh multiple times, so this is Gilgamesh number 3, if you will. There's another one later, and then another one a bit later. Well, a fair bit later, actually. But the next one of Gilgamesh iterations is effectively the definitive edition. The one that is actually pain, if you will. Oops, forgot to steal Genji gear. Indeed. But without a thief this early on, you do not have the ability to steal Genji equipment in any capacity. So you will never get the Genji helmet or the Genji gloves, unfortunately, with a Solo Cactus challenge run, unless it's specifically a thief, and then it's not useful. Because you can't equip it. Also, I'm going to equip the Elf Cape again. Here we go. Gold helmet. Or shields, this is fine. Doom Axe? I don't know, I think Dancing Dagger is more fun overall. Should also be slightly more consistent than the Doom Axe. Wall Ring Grind is later. Wall Ring Grind is actually pretty much right now. We hope that we get a Wall Ring from these Wall Knights here. Or Reflect Knights. And that's kind of all there is to it. So these Reflect Knights have about 1500 HP. Maybe slightly less than that. And they do have actually a substantial amount of physical armor, which is why the axe might have been a decent choice, but it looks like the Dancing Dagger is just fine. So these Reflect Knights have a 1 in 16 chance to drop us a Reflect Ring, and we absolutely need one, and this is kind of the only opportunity actually to get one as a solo Berserker, because we can't get past the Twin Towers. Here it is then. Yeah, it actually shouldn't take too long, honestly. I've had it where single cactus were here for like 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes, but it was not really any time more than 20. Berserker might take a bit longer just because it's so slow and we cannot run away from other combats. At least I don't think we can. Did he just blind his own buddies? I think he just blinded his own buddies. Yep. Good job. You can stop with that, you're already blinded. Maybe the Ori Halcon Dagger is better just because it actually attacks rather than doing nothing 3 out of 8 times. So this is the room where we will want to grind for the Wall Ring, because there is a decently frequent encounter with just a single Wall Knight. That is better than most other opportunities for that matter. That is 2 Wall Knights so far. Also, I need to go and refresh my water, so if I get into a more lengthy fight, I will briefly run and refill it. Alright, be right back. Well, I come back and there's not a single enemy that is defeated yet. I am mildly impressed by that. It looks like Ferret managed to drain all the MP from that neon enemy there. So that's kind of impressive. At least we are immune to the aging status thanks to the bone mail, so we cannot get time slipped, which both puts you to sleep and puts the aging status on you. And if you're immune against one or the other, it will never actually hit you. Alright, I think I'm going to switch over to either the Ori Halcon Dagger or the Doom Axe. Let's see how the Ori Halcon Dagger performs. I don't think we can one-shot the Wall Knights with it, but we can one-shot at least the Neons more reliably. Yeah, not quite. That's fine. That is quite okay. Wall Knight number 3. Fairies was just waiting for me to return. Apparently so. Was just dancing the day away. Well, I mean, at least we have a chance for a wall ring from this encounter, even if it's not a particularly pleasant one. Can't you get another hammer in Kelp? You can get the poison axe, but it's not as good as the Ori Halcon Dagger, just base attack-wise. Actually, I wonder about the chance to hit this with that. The poison axe, I think it is called? No, poison hammer. What is that axe called? Let's see, Doom Axe. And we have Venom Axe, it's called. That one has a 20% chance to miss, so I would rather equip the Doom Axe, honestly. Also, by the way, these Reflect Knights automatically always come with, well, Reflect equipped, which means that if you proc Doom, it will get reflected back to you. Which is actually fine in this case, because... Let's see. This is actually fine in this case. Is that the Venom Axe? No, we have the Warhammer. Not the Venom Axe. In this case, it's fine to get Doom Reflected because we have the Bone Mail equipped, so instead of getting killed, we actually get healed to full. So, saving potions, I suppose. Every time you encounter Gilgamesh... That's the dancing dash. Every time you encounter Gilgamesh after the big bridge, you can steal Genji gear. You see him a lot. Yes. You can steal 4 pieces of equipment: the helmet, the gloves, the armor, and the shield. In most of the Forge of Fiesta runs, you can only steal the shield and the armor, because you don't usually have a thief with you. And that's the earliest you can have access to a Thief's Knife. For the Berserker, we effectively only really get one opportunity to steal the Genji shield. And even though we could technically steal the Genji armor, it is not realistic to be able to do so, because Necrophobia kind of has something against that. Genji gear is amazing in Final Fantasy V. It's definitely pretty strong. Like, one of the underappreciated values I feel of it is that it actually provides a lot of status immunities to various status effects. So it's really nice on that. And hey, Richter Shade, welcome. Thank you for the good luck. I can use that. How are you doing today? You're doing well. I'm glad to hear that. I'm doing quite alright. A bit tired, honestly. But otherwise quite fine. This is encounter number 7 or 8 with the Wall Knight. Oh, there it is. We already got the Wall Ring. See, didn't take that long. Still have to climb the tower. But it's gonna be pretty straightforward. Fun fact, the daggers in Final Fantasy V reduce enemies' evasion by half, meaning they actually have higher accuracy than most other weapons against enemies that have evasion. A lot higher at times. Getting some more money in these chests here. The other chest I skipped, by the way, had a rain sword in it, which unfortunately we cannot use. Also, it only has 25% accuracy, so would be of questionable value in the first place. No, we are using an Ori Halcon dagger. The Ori Halcon dagger has decently high attack power. And well, that's kind of all there is to it. Doesn't really do anything special aside from that. A Guardian Dagger would have more attack power than a Mage Smasher. You missed the part where you said you said run yesterday. I did end up winning, yes. I feel like I got incredibly lucky, but it was also simultaneously the scariest Zelda randomizer seed I've ever played. Because we had so little resources, and I had to do... Basically, there was a bunch of stuff where it's just like, I got lucky in the end, but it was scary up until that point. And it was so weird. Hey XF, thank you for the good luck, I can definitely use that. Welcome, how are you doing, sir? Okay. So we definitely want to use the Dancing Dagger for this next encounter. I will unequip a bunch of stuff just to... Yeah, I'll do that once I get up there. Because there's still random encounters here. I hope that I get none, but, well, usually you do. There's one. There's a Ziggurat enemy. And they will die to a single sword dance. Kind of hoped you would keep those until we get into combat, Ferris. Either way, let's see. What I will want to do is I actually want to oh, that's optimal equipment. Ah, that's not what I'm looking for. This is it. Angel Ring. Yeah, this is the Elf Cape. I do want to unequip the shield to save on equipment weight. And I want to equip the plume pet for more magic defense instead of regular defense. Because the next boss exclusively attacks magically. Also, I'm gonna put butts into the back row just to have a little bit more time. So this next boss here, if we ever get to it, has 20,000 HP. Technically slightly less than 20,000. But 20,000 HP, and the big difficulty about defeating that boss is that you have a very limited amount of time. Because the way his AI skill works is simple. He slowly drags your characters closer and closer and closer towards him if they are unconscious on the floor. Once they're close enough, far left to the side of the screen, they will get absorbed into his mouth and removed from combat. If there is no character unconscious on the floor anymore, either because you revived them or because of other reasons, he will start casting Comet. And the thing is, Atmos has innate haste status, meaning he has so much ridiculous haste that he will go probably 4, 5 or even 6 times for each one of the turns Farius gets. And each of these turns, when there's no unconscious character on the floor, he can cast Comet up to 2 times per turn, which means we could have up to 12 Comets before we get in another attack as soon as our characters are absorbed. A Comet is an attack that deals between 200 and 1600 damage, minus whatever magic defense you may have. So we have a lot of HP, we can survive a bunch of them, but if we don't get the good damage rolls, this is going to be the first real death since Soul Cannon. Yes, it is pretty much DPS race. By only butts. So, I put only butts into the back row because basically it makes Atmos absorb and then put butts closer and then absorb them butts afterwards. It's basically just giving Farius like one more turn before he starts the Comet. Good morning to you, Ghost Eye. Welcome. How are you doing? And realistically, if Farius just gets 2 sword dances like these, she already wins. It's another sword dance. Another sword dance, by the way, would win already here. This is the wormhole. That's only the 3rd attack Farius gets in before she absorbs all the characters. Health cap equals speed, yes, you get agility. Of which we have very little. It's a good hit, but we would need 3 more of these. It's not what we're looking for. One Farius, just one more sword dance and we win. Ooh, not getting lucky with the damage rolls either. Alrighty. +1 death on Atmos. Let me update my little spreadsheet. And the death count on stream. And yeah, this is expected. Like, here's the thing. If we didn't have to overlevel so ridiculously much for Soul Cannon, we probably would have had to overlevel for Atmos at least a little bit. Realistically, only to the point where we could kill him with 3 sword dances. Or 2 and an attack, I suppose. Easiest Atmos net? Well, I mean, I don't have to do anything, so it's pretty easy on the inputs. Excited for the race. Well, I'm glad. I hope we can give you a good show. So I should have memorized where we actually get into combat and which stair step that is. Well, looks like not now, or not yet anyways. Death count. Alrighty, where were we? We mentioned the boat 0, we have 1 on Atmos and 1 more random death. Okay. So you take this is one of the worst bosses for Soul? Are there some much worse? No, this is basically one of the worst. XDEF at the end of World 2, Atmos and... Yeah, actually, XDEF at the end of World 2 and Atmos are probably the worst culprits for the most part. The final XDEF battle also can be really rough, to say the least. Let's use a repel. I don't think there's a repel thing in this game. You might be mistaking this for Dragon Quest. Not going to use the wall ring. Comet cannot be reflected, so unfortunately that does not work. We get a random armor drop. I don't even know what that is. Alright, Elf Cape. We unequip the gold shield. We equip the plumed hat. Or the feather hat, I suppose. And we equip the dancing dagger. Heal to full because that might matter. Okay. Alright, we actually can go all the way here before entering combat, so that's good to know. Alrighty, attempt number 2. I forgot to put butts into the back row. That is attempting Tenga. That is not what we need. 3,340. And all of them are getting absorbed. Yeah, that's the plan, Kay. By the way, he also has a 1 in 3 chance to not do anything on his turn. So effectively, each time Atmos gets a turn, he has a 2 in 3 chance to use a comet on each of his 2 turns he gets every time, and a 1 in 3 chance to do nothing on each of his 2 turns he gets. So effectively a 1 in 9 chance to do not do anything on his turn. Which can happen, which we probably have already quote-unquote seen. Probably more like experience rather than seen though. Okay, this didn't work. No, you cannot silence Atmos. That would actually make it significantly more reasonable for a lot of characters, I would think. But silence does not have an effect on him. Actually, even if you could silence him, I'm not sure how useful that is. Alright. I could put also Len on the back row, by the way. It does not matter who I put in the back row, as long as it is somebody. Also, I wanna go ahead and rearrange my inventory a little bit here. When did we get a harp? Huh. Kind of silly. I'm rearranging my inventory mainly because I want to get different starting randomness numbers, just so we don't get into 2 encounters before we get up to Atmos every time. Which apparently I didn't anyways. Alright, dancing dagger, unequip the gold shield, equip the feather hat. Anything else? Oh, I guess I could actually equip the strength armor rather than the bone mail. There's no reason to equip the anything else. Actually, it's probably better to have it, the ninja suit for the agility instead. I'm not sure that makes a difference. The strength armor certainly doesn't really make a difference. Actually, I guess it could. If we get 4 regular attacks and 1 sword dance, it would make a difference. Because 4 regular attacks right now do not kill, but then again, kind of unlikely that we get that in the first place. Yeah, I think speed is better. The thing is, the speed is so minimal that it's very unlikely that we even get 1 more turn in, regardless of whether we have that or not. So it most likely does not matter. Which is why I was thinking maybe the strength could have a bigger impact, just because the speed impact is so tiny. Like, it's really, really tiny. Oh, we actually don't even... Well, that actually almost doesn't matter. In fact, this gives us kind of an additional turn. That is 3 regular attacks already. They're gonna get numbed. Indeed. Wait, Lena got absorbed? I had... Huh? Even though Lena was in the back row, I guess it matters. I was wrong. So that was 4 regular attacks. Now if we get a sword dance, I will just eat my own words and should have equipped the strength armor. Because this is not enough with 1 sword dance here. Ha! Atmos is being nice and be... Oh, never mind. Alright, at least it's not a sword dance. You're gonna pretend you... like you knew that and wasn't just hating on Lena. Why do you hate on Lena? That's silly. Let's try with Galuf. The slow is pretty brutal. For most characters it is. For a Berserker it almost doesn't matter. Like, it matters. But because it's half the speed, of which we don't have much in the first place, it does not have nearly as much of an impact as it has on other solo characters. Like, all the solo characters, slow is an automatic death sentence. The Berserker just goes slightly slower. It might give Atmos 1 more turn in comparison. I did already, Kay. I already did. This is the first time we get to see these items that are changed around. Basically, the way I do stuff is, I change around items, then I save. And then after the reset, this is when that the changed items come into effect with what kind of starting randomness we have. Which is not entirely consistent regardless of what I do anyways. Just because there's no way I can frame perfectly, open up my menu every time the same way. So it always has some, like, variance anyways. But you generally see a trend on whether you do get encounters before getting to, let's say, the next boss or not. Ah, 2 encounters. That was the last step too. So we're relying on sword dance because it's the only thing we can do enough damage before we die. Pretty much, yes, actually. The thing is... the dancing dagger is also the strongest weapon, just in general, that we can equip in the first place. Like, daggers in this game are insanely strong, and dancing dagger is certainly no exception to that rule. It has by far the highest attack power. And yes, what Beaver Curry says. Alrighty, so Ferris, we're gonna give you the dancing dagger, we're gonna give you the plume tat, unequip the gold shield, equip you with the strength armor, and give you... You already have the elf cape. Does any of the other equipment matter? Not really. We have so many mithril gloves. Or gauntlets, I suppose. Alright, let's see. And hey, Profness, indeed, this does not look like Chimera grinding because we are past that part at this point. Only took 72 hours and some change. And welcome to you. I hope you have a nice day so far. Happy weekend. I see, fair enough. That is the dream. Which, by the way, guarantees that if we get 2 dancing or 2 sword dances, we will kill Atmos. But we need to get the 2 sword dances. Alright, just Galuf doesn't work either. Why is it specifically the third character slot? That's interesting, because I just randomly figured it out at some point. I didn't realize it mattered which character slot it was that gets pulled when lost. No, the extra turn, I actually did not get as much of an extra turn as I did before. Because normally what happens when you only have the last character be in the back row, you basically have the first two characters be absorbed, and then the third character gets pulled closer and then absorbed. So you basically get kind of like 2 extra turns out of it. Let's see how this one works. Yeah, what K says. You know what? This battle takes too long. We're probably faster just resetting here. Okay, 143 deaths. This is the one. Oh, let's see. Let's see. I wonder, can I buy a Venomax in... that other castle place thing? Whatever it's called. Well, I probably will just stick to the air lancet anyways. Alrighty, so heal up. Darius gets the gold shield unequipped, equip the dancing dagger, plumed hat, strength armor, and that's just fine. In Southeast Asia, people use 143 as an acronym for I love you, where 143 represents the numbers of letters in the words. I is 1, 4 is love, and 3 is you. That's actually really cute. I did not know that. Nice. I like that. Thank you for the explanation, Kay. That's pretty awesome. Let's see. A mystery waltz does not help, unfortunately. We are like, what? I see. That's kinda neat. So it wasn't intentional, but works for me. Strength armor doing work, yes indeed. Alright, 3 more regular attacks would do the trick, but we're probably not gonna get through with these combat rolls and luck. Way too many combats. We're lucky we get 1 more attack in. Okay, we did get 1 more attack in, but not quite. Atmos! No! Goodbye. What a tense atmosphere. Atmos? Fear? I feed on your fear. I feed on your fear. Oh, wow. That's really unlucky for that to hit. You might have an additional random death here. It's Nissan Yongorak or something like that. Rum. I see, interesting. Alrighty, we actually get an additional random death here. That's unusual, but not unexpected to happen sometimes. I could probably equip the strength armor already. Really? We keep getting that same encounter, as you can see, and that is what I attribute to the items in my inventory. Basically, the way the game initializes the initial RAM values for randomness and such is derived from parts of your inventory and other things. And so basically me changing around the inventory should make it so that we should also have a different outcome as to in which encounters we get whenever we reload. Once again, that is just... I'm not going to be able to frame perfectly select my file every time either way, but it's just kind of going to be a thing. Also, again, it only really comes into effect once I start reset and then reload the file. Ichi Nissan Yongo Raku Nana Hachikyu. Your spelling is way off. Yeah, I used it wrong like this. The wrong alphabet, I suppose, but then again. You just said that. Not a random one. That is 12 random deaths now. Haven't had any of those in a long time. Oh, even an earlier encounter. And the same one. Man, stop that. Same place, same encounter. No preempted this time. But as you can see, me changing stuff around does influence things like that. I'm basically just doing random stuff, by the way. I have no idea how I'm influencing it. It is just a trial and error thing. Your step route is screwed. Take 2 extra steps. I don't have a step route. Same place, same encounter. Well, technically the opposite side of the tower, but hey. Ah, almost. Same encounter again. Wow. Same luck again. It should be very, very unlikely for those things to ever hit us with Hurricane, by the way. Just saying. Very, very unlikely. We are so much higher level than they are. This is even worse. I'm gonna experiment by moving you guys around, actually. Ancient Ring for the extra magic evasion. Maybe. But it shouldn't really matter in theory. It's just the randomness is worked in this. I suppose it could matter. Hotmoss is taking a lunch break. These guys are just doing their job. Yep. Have you seen that crazy 80% Symphony of the Night run where you rearrange items in your inventory that reprogram the game to take you to the end cutscene? I think I've seen something like it. Not quite. Hey, we didn't die this time. Success. Alright. Doing the equipment thing again. You already have the thing equipped, that's fine. You already healed up, let's go. I forgot the dancing dagger. Yep. Hang on, increasing the death count. Yeah, this is not enough damage. Big derp. Huge derp, actually. Oh. At least the encounter is in a different spot now. Let's actually see real quick. Do we get the same encounter placed consistently? If I do this exact same movement. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh. 11 this time. Let's try this again. Also a little bit slow on the menu select here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's only 6 this time. What is going on? It's as if the encounter keeps going further away the longer I wait. On this screen here. Stutter walk? Not really. And same thing. This is so weird. Taking some extra steps in here and then see what happens. Same encounter still, oh my goodness. I didn't count these Metal Bear because it's just more or less for science at this point. But that's fair. We can't count them. Final Fantasy 6 run was crazy stuff. Which category did they run? Why not use dancing against the regular? It does more damage and has good effects. Well, because frequently will just take longer than the consistent damage output of the Halcon dagger, honestly. It's actually 3 bad ones. You don't really want Tempting Tango, you don't really want Mystery Bolts or Drain, so it is 3 out of 8 chance that you effectively do nothing on your attack. New game any plus any percent. New game plus. Huh. Alright, I need to watch that one. Because I don't think I've ever seen a New game plus thing. Alright. Heal up. And equip this, equip the dancing dagger, equip the plumed hat, equip the strength armor, which we already have. Let's go. Oh, that's not true. That's only 3 more. And hey, first world TF, yes, we finally finished the forever grind. Oh, by the way, to answer your actual question, Ghost Eye, because I only just read that one properly. When you start the walk, it does not do anything in dungeons, only on the overworld. The thing you can influence is which type of encounter you get. One more, indeed. Delicious is a weird word, I do agree. Oh, we got it. There we go. GG. Almost done. First try? No, it was I think the 8th try. Maybe 9. I don't know whether I miscounted or not. It's the first try that I've won in. Right, but there's going to be no subsequent tries that I will win in against Atmos, so it'll always be the first one for that matter. What matters is you first tried it. But yeah, it's the 8th try in this case. You're usually pretty lucky. Nice. I'm usually pretty lucky too, for that matter. So I'm pretty okay with this. Alrighty, we have a bit less than an hour until I need to get ready for the Zelda Link to Puzzle randomizer. I think we can walk through the next... Actually, that is probably a stretch. So here's the thing, there's no save point in the next dungeon. And the encounters are going to be really lengthy, because there's enemies that have 7000 HP. And we likely will not be able to defeat them before they transform. I guess we can get the wind daggers and get them equipped already. So at least that way we have their elemental weakness. The run is... no, the run is not at 7 PM. The run is at 8 PM. Yeah, it's 2 PM EST for me. It's 2:20 for you guys because it has 20 minutes delay. But basically what I'm thinking is, I think this next dungeon is going to be too lengthy for us to walk through this with the Berserker before I have to get ready. Like, I might be severely overestimating the dungeon. Especially since I am going to get the wind dagger before I do anything else. But that's just kind of my first impression. I just know this dungeon can be really lengthy with a lot of encounters. Especially a lot of encounters that don't even give you particularly good experience in any capacity. At 1 hour 40. Yeah, but I need to start the stream 30 minutes beforehand, before I start running. Which means, in a sense, I have an hour 10. Which I guess probably is fine. Let's just see how it works. If I decide that it's just too slow, we're just going to cut it. Alright, we get a air lancet here. You know what? I'm actually going to just buy 6 of them. Because that way I know the number 6 is air lancets. That's literally my reasoning. I don't have another reason for this. Bone milk equip is back on, elf tip is fine. So I think we can buy a diamond helmet here, which reduces lightning damage by half. Also should provide more physical defense. So let's see, one of these is a diamond helmet. Probably the only one the Berserker can equip. There's also diamond armor, but we have the bone mail. Am I ever going to use a diamond armor? There's also a diamond pelt or something like that. There is another shield that I can use though. Normally I don't buy it here because you have it for like less than a dungeon effectively, but it is slightly better. 35% evasion, a bit more physical defense. Diamond helmet. And you don't know the language, you should just go with numbers. I mean, it's true, isn't it? Welcome to you, Snugglebutch. Hope you're doing well. I probably should restock on high potions too. Either way, we have an air lancet dagger now. That is actually the first weapon you find in World 2 that is, on attack power wise, stronger than the dancing dagger. And because Berserker has random targeting, and the dancing daggers 3 out of 8, 5, well actually 3 out of 8 attacks basically don't do anything. The air lancet is just mostly strictly better. Take your time. If you almost hurry, solo Berserker is not a good choice. Very true. Yes, those were diamond equipment. I guess diamond, did I say crystal? I meant diamond equipment. They reduce any incoming lightning damage by half, so they're actually pretty good for that. I can ask you to translate. Yeah, in this case it was, let's say, obvious enough to me, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Also 3000 damage with just a regular attack. Which, by the way, the air lancet dagger is air element, as you might expect, and it does, in fact, deal double damage and ignores enemy defense if you hit their weakness with it. So, for that matter, the enemies, the metamorphs themselves, are in fact weak to air element coming up, so we will be able to hit them really hard, but I think we are not going to be able to hit them twice before they are gone. Yeah, they are going to go down pretty quick, but I think they still get to transform. Metamorphs transform on their second turn. The first turn they always do nothing. Why did I go to the left? I think the right one or the east was faster. Alright, where am I? Oh. Oh, I've never gone through here. Seems like I still can go through here, so that's good. Okay, just southeast of here. Found a skip! Not quite. It's just a path I've never taken because it's inefficient. And I started from a weird place. Alrighty, this dungeon here has absolutely no like treasure in it, no loot in any capacity. These chests here, one contains a rock. You take the rock, put it into another chest in order to open up the other doors, that's all. These are literally the only 5 treasure chests you see in the entire dungeon. And actually starting to wonder whether these are the reason as to why there is no other treasure chests in this dungeon. Because they are rather specially programmed here. This first area has a decently high chance of not just metamorphs, but also other types of enemies. But the further into the dungeon we get, the more likely it is we get into these two territories. They have 7000 HP. They don't do anything on the first turn. And I think the second attack will kill them. Yeah, if they hit. So actually this is a fair bit faster than I anticipated. So this is actually a lot less painful than I expected it to be. I figured they are going to transform, do their attack, and then the Berserker is finally going to kill them after their 4th move or so. Yeah, Dancing Dagger is not really a good solution here, I think. You wonder if diamond equipment is made from real diamonds, or is it just a brand name? Probably. Also, I'm curious, if I equip the strength armor, plus 3 strength, how much damage would we deal to a metamorph? So close to a one-shot. It's not quite enough. It's so close though. Bandana gives the most strength, it does, but unfortunately Berserker cannot equip it. Neither can they equip the Power Ring, which also gives an additional plus 3. I moved twice before it morphed. Yeah, sometimes we get a preemptive attack. Light armor melee units, yeah, that sounds about right. You would think that tiger suit is light armor. Oh yeah, it looks more like a barbarian type of character rather than an armored knight type of character. I feel like they probably just did this for balance purposes. Like, my impression is that the developers thought Berserker was way better than it actually was, and they ended up nerfing it way too much when they were doing their stat balancing and such. Because that's probably why most of the axes are so terrible. And the Berserker is so ridiculously slow and has so many drawbacks compared to anything else. Tiger's the largest and heaviest cat, I suppose. You don't know how one can zerk in slow motion? I think it's more of a concept of the unstoppable force rather than a fast one. Still turned out as a rather stoppable force, yeah. Without support, a headless tank is nothing. Also, I probably should equip the bone mill again. Maybe. Actually, not equipping the bone mill is probably fine. Because if we get to run into a metamorph that turns into an Ifrit on a back attack, we would take double damage from the fire. Which I guess we would still survive. So, Only thing that can stop the unstoppable force is ironically RNG. Yeah, not so unstoppable, is it? Oh, no more Chimera grinding? It was kinda comfy, wasn't it? Hi Stone, thank you so much for 4 months of support. Welcome back, and I'm glad you enjoy your stay. Hope you're doing well. Death size for crystals, dancing dagger for X-Death? Probably. We can try to see how far we can get with like air lancet for X-Death. But we cannot use the air lancet for the crystals, because that one wind crystal would never actually die. That would be kind of a problem. We did not miss the Chimera grind personally. Makes sense to me. I thought it was relatively comfy, but then again, I'm also kind of happy that it's over now too, for that matter. Just wait until the pyramid grind. Pyramid grind, I can literally just have that going, like turn off the turn off the screen and we can do something else entirely and just come back later. Because we don't have to manage anything at all. So it requires literally zero attention and eventually it's gonna be done. It's kind of like baking a cake in the oven. You just wait until it's done once you have all the preparations in place. Except it probably takes like 40 or 50 hours to bake, I suppose. It's a piece of cake. The pyramid grind? Yeah, in comparison to everything else, absolutely. Why am I going here? I have everything I need, don't I? Equip the bone mill again. Sure, let's use up the remainder of the potions. Do we still have time? That was significantly less time invested than I expected this to be. I would like to prepare. I would like to do some practice beforehand, so I think this is it for now. Alrighty. In this case, everybody, thank you so much for watching, for listening, and for lurking. This is it for the solo Berserker. I hope you enjoyed your stay, and well, I wish you good night. You managed to get past Atmos, which is one of the regular hurdles.